Hi Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your September reading. Let's see what's taking place in this month for you. Make sure to check your Sun, Moon and Rising sign so you get the complete picture of what's going on in this month, and also check out the astrology videos so you know what's going on in the skies and how you can flow with it. For later down the month, if you want a more quick look at what the astrology is doing per day, you can download this interactive astrology chart that will describe what's going on what day and how this energy is impacting us, what zodiacs are being most affected, and how long the effect is going to last, plus how we can flow and connect with that vibe as well. So there's quite a bit going on there. You can check it out if you're interested. Okay, Libra, September. Okay, so the first card we have is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card, and it is about emotional satisfaction as well. We have the Page of Swords, which is learning new things, researching, being curious about stuff, expanding the mind, communicating. Then we have Judgment, which is aligning with soul purpose, receiving a calling, and liberating circumstances. We have Two of Pentacles, which talks about a lot going on. There's like you have to adjust your schedule and you have to make sure your appointments are on time. It's also about managing different types of tasks throughout your day, so it can be very useful to start slotting things in. Two of Pentacles is also moving resources around, and we do have the Four of Pentacles, which is about taking care of your own resources, protecting what is yours. So it could be that you're shifting money from one place to another, or you're considering doing that, which would be more expansive. And we have the Wheel of Fortune at the very end, which is amazing because it's expansive, it is upcycling, it is the presence of luck and fortune, it's like destiny calling you, also with the Judgment, right? And in order to do that, you are gathering your resources, managing your finances, getting the necessary information in order to move towards your dreams. So I'm going to get some clarifiers for each of these cards, and then we will start interpreting more in depth. Okay, brilliant. So in the first section itself with the Nine of Cups clarified by the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles, this is like getting your dream job, income source, opportunity, sense of happiness and bliss. There's a new cycle and a new pattern that is coming in this month here. Or you're recognizing this opportunity and you're moving towards it, because with the next one, Page of Swords and Judgment, it's like you read about it, you hear about it, it's sort of like the moment you hear it, there's that feeling, okay? And at first you might doubt it, but then it just keeps calling in. The more you delve deeper into that particular topic, the more you know that is yours, that's something you want to be discovering more and more, and that instills a sense of peace and relaxation within you. And yes, there is more to be done in this journey, but just the recognition that you're on the right path, or that if you make a certain direction change, or if you embrace the opportunity that is being presented, then you will be on the right path. You just have that feeling, you know it, and even if you look at it logically, you're still finding more reasons to believe this new opportunity here. And the moment you have faith in what is coming through, you're feeling very, very peaceful. You're liberated from difficulties of your previous cycles. With Two of Pentacles and Six of Wands, this is like you're recognizing your worth, I want to say. Yeah, you're recognizing your worth, and you want to make some physical changes. It can even be like switching around your priorities or the time you spend in each thing. This is like how much time do you spend on earthly affairs and how much time do you spend in the spiritual journey, because that is as well a very important part of you. So this here is talking about managing time and energy. energy between two different areas of your life. the moment you recognize what is really important to you, you're like, okay, I know which way to go, I know what to do, and I'm just gonna have to move some things around, but this can be done. This is done. Okay, I will definitely move here. I will create my transformation. I will make this change happen, and I will come out of it flourishing. Okay, whatever changes you're making here, you're very confident about what you are doing. It's like you know what you're doing here. All right. With the Four of Pentacles, clarified by the Empress and the Knight of Wands, this can feel like a spontaneous move to others or even to yourself based on your previous tendencies. Like, let's say you take a while longer to make some decisions, but relative to that, this is like, nope, I know where to go. I'm just gonna have to gather everything so that I'm not missing anything out. And you're doing your due diligence with the Page of Swords and Judgment. You're looking at enough information, you're talking to enough people, you're interacting with, you're expanding your mind enough to have the important information before going forward. So all you really have to do is take what is yours and relocate the place that you use these resources, basically. The Empress here is saying you have enough to go on, and you also have enough support guiding you forward here. The Empress is the divine feminine energy, so that is going with the flow and finding what is already yours. Okay, it is rightfully yours. You don't have to try hard. You don't have to struggle all the time. It's because whatever is yours, whether you fight really hard for it or you confidently just go with the flow and see what comes, tackle with what comes. What is yours will be yours. That's sort of what I'm getting here. And even with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords, it's like communication you've wanted to hear or that you've needed to hear so far. That just comes around and you're like, well, that clears everything up, and everything is not just clearing up and it's not dark and cloudy anymore. I'm rising above the difficulties. I have clarity now, and when you have clarity, you're just not going back. Even the Sun here is clarity too. Of what you want, what your priorities are, what makes you really happy, and how can you make more of that in your life. The Empress and Knight of Wands is as well grabbing hold of the opportunities to increase your worth, your wealth, and all the other material resources that are important to you in your life, and take stock of those things as well. You're careful with managing your finances. You're moving things around to increase the flexibility that you have in your life, time, energy, and money. And you're doing your due diligence to make something happen in the direction of your fulfillment. And it's like the universe is as well helping you with divine timing and the right ideas and epiphanies. Ace of Swords is just a blind clarity. And once you know that, the ball just keeps rolling, There's also the breakthrough energy. So if things have been stuck and you've done your part, but things are just not moving because of external circumstances, this is finding clarity in that as well. Okay, so Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, September. We have Celebrate Your Wins. This is my Six of Wands card this year. Because you're getting an acknowledgement as well. That's the communication that could come through, telling you that you're good at what you do, that you're good at your job, and that they adore your quality. And that just really pushes you forward. It's just the encouragement that you needed. Even over here with the Empress, it could be accolades and acknowledgement that comes through other people that just increases your confidence of making something of your own happen as well. Okay, we have, speaking of, we did talk about the Divine Feminine, nourish the Sacred Feminine. Making yourself a priority, keeping cards close to your chest, that is as well a form of self-love. So if people around you are not very understanding of what your true desires are, but you really know that what you're feeling deep within, it's just is. It's not really up for debate, and you don't need other people's opinions on that. This here is, the Four of Pentacles is kind of keeping all of that within yourself because you love what you are wanting to create, this thing that is within you, you're loving that. And for the sake of love, you're also protecting it, right? But it is important that while you're protecting it from other people, it's also important to know that you go with the flow and take cues from the external surroundings. Yeah, but I'm not worried that you would be led astray in any way. This is just the healthy protection that I'm feeling because the Divine Feminine is a protector as well. have to move beyond intention to belief. Yeah, exactly. It's not like I want to do this, I want to have that, I want to. No, it's I have this, I am this, I have this, and that's where I'm going. You know, like it's not a question anymore. It's just a matter of how and putting in the logistics in place, basically. We have DNA. This has been coming up a lot. DNA. Libra, this is like the creative force here with the DNA. Engineering something very perfect, perfect in your eyes, or as perfect as can be. We have sidereal space, which is taking some time, recuperating, and looking at things from a different perspective here. Taking a step back from the everyday humdrum. And in those moments of silence, you just get so many ideas and epiphanies here. With the Judgment and Four of Swords, you might be choosing to meditate, contemplate a lot in order to find the answers that you're looking for. You might be asking a lot of questions, but when you're not receiving the answers, you're really like zoning in and you're trying to find it from within, from another source. It doesn't matter, you're really looking for an answer, and therefore you're gonna get it. Okay? We have surface. Yeah, taking care of things that are on the surface that need to be just taken care of. You're doing that. We have cosmos, relating to the cosmos here. There's a lot of that going on. A judgment is you talking to it. The sun is the universe granting you clarity, and the wheel is the universe moving in your favor as well. So the universe is playing a big role this month. So the more you connect with it, the more you communicate with it, the quicker you're able to understand the silent nudges. Because sure, I mean, you can ask a lot of questions to other people, and other people will be able to guide you in a certain direction, but the answer, the perfect clarity that you need is going to come through you, okay? And we have Big Bang, which is creation. It's creation time. This is this breakthrough energy. You know, everything just breaks open. You have this massive potential with you, and you gotta do something about that, right? So what you want to be creating, you have that potential, you can do it, you have that special signature, like with the DNA. And whatever you do, it comes out unique. It's just a matter of doing that, you know. It can begin with an idea. It's just a flash that comes in, but that flash is so powerful that it pushes you into action, okay? And I feel like you will take action. Okay, I don't see any hesitancy in reacting to the external forces. Yeah, you're gonna just act in that direction, but you also receive feedback that helps you get your work closer to what your vision is. For example, you're new at something. You know it is something exciting, but since you're not an expert, you're bound to make mistakes, and you know that it is not yet perfect, but someone who is more senior to you or someone more experienced is able to give you some constructive criticism, and you take that on board and you're like, oh my god, that helped so much. Like keyboard shortcuts, for example, right? It saves so much time if you could just know some very essential shortcuts. So things like that, you take that on board and you apply that, and it just turns out to be the most beautiful thing you are working on, and you learn so much in the process. We have express, and we have harvest. Okay. Yeah, this is like seeing the results. The harvest is seeing the results, and express is putting the work in, right? You're like making clear what you want to be showing, you want to be receiving. Express is talking to the universe as well, just being that very bare soul, just baring yourself and being so painfully honest. It can be painful, it can be not, it depends on what the conversation is about, but I don't see that as being a problem. You're just doing that to kind of offload it, and you're delegating things beyond your control to the universe, and beyond that you're like, okay, I feel better now, thank you, and I'm just gonna rest and relax now. And before you know it, prayers are being answered, you're getting the right people and the resources. It might not be so obvious as to, okay, dear child, you must do this. It may not be as obvious as that, but you see things start shifting, or your mindset shifts here and you do something about that because you were just so honest here with yourself, with the universe, and whatever you believe in, right? That honesty propels you forward, and then the universe meets you. Okay? It's like you start and the universe is going to catch you. It's going to give you the things that you need. Let's see. We have Mercury and Virgo in second house. Okay, so finances are a topic here, thinking about finances, long-term investments, saving, being careful about your spending, and prioritizing about what you should be spending in. The health and self-worth and esteem, thinking about those topics. Are you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically healthy? If not, what is missing? What would you have in your life that would really improve the quality of your mind, your speech, or whatever the thing is? That's a question you're asking as well. And it can be, we did talk about the self-worth in the beginning, right? So you start working on that, and the universe helps you out by, fateful encounters, and like even compliments from others that, you're doing better, or some little bit of acknowledgement you get, and it just reaffirms that the work you've been doing so far is working. I'll get one more, but we'll see this. We have Woodpecker. Use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. Yeah, you're shifting things around. It could be that you're changing your schedule as well, so that you're making more time for things that make you feel accomplished and fulfilled. And also, the shift that you do, it is going to bring in more rewards as well. Okay, we have the universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Let's see if we have any here. 4, 5. I did see 2020, so that's 2 and 2, or 2020 was an important year for you. It was for many people. So, yeah, that could be emphasizing that what began in 2020 could be ending here, or you can see the results of this, or the next chapter is about to begin. Something like that. I don't see any significant numbers apart from 2, 2, but yeah, do look out in your everyday life. Could even be that you see these birds. It can be something similar you hear in your surroundings, that's possible too. Okay, and we have accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. Yeah, that liberation, it's sort of like confessing, absolving your guilt. It's not necessarily guilt, but absolving your sins, and then you move on to the next phase, acknowledging what you've done and knowing that that's not okay, and you're just not going to repeat the same patterns, because holding on to grudges is not really doing anybody any favors, right? So accepting the inevitable of the past chapter ending and embracing the new opportunities that come in, new potential of your happiness, your growth, your health and well-being. Letting that in the door and not shying away from it. Not self-sabotaging, not limiting, just letting things come as they come. Yes, that's your guidance. So that's what I have for you, Libras. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and helped you out for the month ahead. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box in the comment below. I hope to see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.